So I've recently built a head tracking unit, and I figured I'd show you a couple of the items needed to build it, and you can do it yourself. So first off, we're going to need a old transmitter or a new one and a receiver. Um, the receiver is going to run this track unit independently of your regular radio. So you'll be running two receivers and one plane, or two receivers on one helicopter, which receivers are so light that really doesn't matter. You may have some frequency issues, but so far I have not. So we have an old transmitter, old receiver, and what you want to do is you want to open up this transmitter, and you need to pull the right select control arm out of here. Trying your best to keep all the wires intact that are connected to the pots and trims and whatnot in there. Once you have that control arm out, you want to basically solder on 6 leads to all the pot controls, and for your up and down access and your left and right access. So you just want to basically solder on a huge line. I run a 10-foot on mine. You can even run up like a 6-foot. It has to have 6 independent wires inside of that. You can do a Cat 5 with an additional wire, or they may make a Cat 6. I'm not really sure. Next, you're going to need is some PVC. Just a basic PVC coupler here, cut into 2 pieces. Like this. You'll need a piece of wood, small little block of wood that you can make a 60-degree angle on here when you're actually all done. You'll have like a little 60 degrees angled triangular block. Be using that to mount the actual neck piece to the control arm box. Then you'll need some masking tape, some wooden dowels, 1 1/4 wooden dowels by 36 inches. Will probably work just good. That's what I used. Some electric tape, plastic or carbon fiber rod will work just good. This will actually be the control arm that connects to the back of your head, which sends the movements to the cylinder control. And then you'll need a Sharpie. You'll need a piece of rubber from a old bicycle tube. This is just cut into a 1.5 inch piece by 7 inches. By 12 inches. Then you'll need, of course, corrugated cardboard. You'll get this stuff off of any package that you get on the mail. I have lots of them laying around from all the hobbies. And then you'll just need a ruler or an angle. Hot glue gun, of course. Hot glue gun with a decent number of sticks. Dremel tool. Come in handy for putting a small hole in your receiver so you can port your line out of. Soldering iron, of course. Solder and some flux, and yeah, just all the other elements needed to solder properly. So I built the head tracking unit using a spare 2.4 gigahertz receiver and transmitter that I had lying around, and I thought I'd go through a few of the steps, just showing how to basically make this unit. This is going to be dealing with the actual harness, just making a wire harness that will be able to come outside of a transmitter, and then that will actually connect to a device that sits around your neck, and which has the silic control stick attached to it, and then also has the longer rod attached to that connects to your head. Right now I'm just gonna open up this transmitter, and I'll show you what points of interest that you need in here. So what you'll need to take out of here, and what points to solder. And I'd say if you want to try this, the best thing to do is probably get some CAD 5. I don't know if they make a CAD 6, honestly. I don't think they do, but maybe even something that has a 6 individual wires inside of a larger wire would work great for this. That way you're not dealing with so many separate wire for your coil when you're actually done. So now I'm going to just open up this transmitter, and I'll show you the parts that we'll need. So stay tuned. So now that we have the unit open, I'll show you what we're going to need to take out of here. I'm going to take the right hand side control stick unit. All of this will come out. I'll just have to flip it over, take a couple Allen head screws out, and then we'll have this whole unit. This here looks like a trim off of here, so what we'll do is we'll take all 3 of these off. We'll try to leave them attached to their actual pot controls, just because it is just easier that way. You don't really need to worry about soldering anything else. So I'll take that off, and I'll show you exactly what we'll be using this for. Okay, now that we have all of our pieces cut out, we want to simply have our unit sitting inside of the box just like that there. Once all the corners are up, it'll be a complete enclosure. So get your glue gun, start with one side at a time. What you want to do is just crease the right inside in the seam there. Just put enough glue. Go a little slow at this. We're just trying to make it, to have fun with this project. Just have it, flip it over, have all your corners connected that your enclosure can go into. And I'm going to do that with actually some tape, because I don't really want to use my glue right now. I still have a little bit. I only have like about 7 sticks left until I go to the store tomorrow. So what we'll do is we're just going to make a box here, and I'll make a box here, just 1 second. Alright, now I have it also enclosed. Now keep in mind, I'm not going to fully do this project. I'll say again, just because I don't really need to make a new one. I just wanted everybody to kind of get a grasp of how I made it. Right now what I have is just a piece of PVC tubing. Cut that in half there, so if this is all together it'd run like that. Cut it in half. Now, still gonna have to use your Dremel and curve off the edges, of course. Make it comfortable for your neck. Cut off the edges, curve, make it nice and smooth like. Now with the second one, what you're gonna have to do is you're gonna have to cut this one a little bit smaller than the first one. Probably just cut it right here, probably pretty much in half, so that this one fits inside of this one nice and snug. Your neck strap is going to go in between these two, and that's the way it's going to be fastened together like that. Now, if we're looking at this unit as how it would go together when it is prepared together, it's going to basically sit in like this, but the neck band is going to be at an angle such as this here, and the device is going to sit flat, but the neck will have an angle to it, so that way that it sits up at an angle and the stick will be straight up and down and not too forward or too back. That way your cameras will be able to correct themselves into the center position. And that goes back to why I use the actual right hand control, is that it is spring loaded and it will always center the servos back to the proper position. And I pretty much want my camera always to be centered until I'm ready to look around. If I had it on the other stick, then I believe only the the whole stick is not even spring loaded, so that way that your camera would just stay in one position. I'm not even sure if servos react that way. Fully open or closed, I don't know if you can actually, I think that would take a lot of battery consumption, but I'm not really sure on that. I'm just spouting off, like I said. So now these are going to be the two pieces that are going to be needed. You're going to have to attach these. What I did is I just had a piece of wood, cut this at an angle. This is a lot larger than you'd need. Probably if you would just cut this in half, leaving us like a 60-degree angle to it, then this would be mounted to the back end of the unit, such as that there, and the neck would be at an angle down, facing down, connected to that. I'll show you the complete model, right? One that I've already finished again, so you can kind of get an understanding of what I'm saying. This here neck strap will be right there. Here, this control unit right here. So like that there. Alright. Rubber piece. Now we're just going to take this rubber piece. It has nothing really to do with the strap. It's just kind of to show you exactly which way this is going to go. Then this, just pretend this rubber strap, this rubber piece of strap here is the actual nylon strap. It's going to fit in between, and then with the two bolts on each side, you'll clamp it down, making the neck strap a secure point now for the box to mount to. So I'm going to take that out of there now. Use that at a later date, and I'll show you exactly what that rubber piece goes to. But now that we have that, let's pretend like all this is put together now. Now you get a piece of wood or whatever material else you'd like to use for this. You want to have it with a nice, like, slight 60-degree angle, I believe. Then it'll be square up against this, of course, against the box, and then it'll be square, giving this a slight angle for the neck strap. Once all this is connected together, you could do that either with screws or glue gun. I used my glue gun again on this, and it worked out perfectly fine. There's not a lot of weight on that. The glue will hold forever, probably will never break on you. So, once all that's together, now you can kind of see where this is going, and you can see where the unit's starting to shape itself. And keep in mind, once you're done, you want to get your Dremel tool and you want to